Boston in the 1700s was the beating heart of colonial America, a city of perhaps 15,000 souls packed onto a narrow peninsula, where wooden wharves stretched into the harbor and church spires rose above crooked lanes. In this video, I use modern AI tools to bring historic paintings, engravings, and prints to life, allowing us to shift perspective, change camera angles, and move through the same scenes in ways their original artists never could. First, I want to talk about the waterfront. This view shows Long Wharf stretching nearly half a mile into Boston Harbor, the longest pier in North America by the 1710s. Merchants inspect barrels of West Indian sugar, sailors haul cargo nets. The background reveals dozens of masts, ships from London, Barbados, and Africa. The air reeks of tar and fish, stevedore's curse. Taverns line the wharf and fights spill into the mud. This is where fortunes are made and where smugglers dodge customs men. Fire is a constant fear. Long Wharf made Boston rich. Sugar became rum, rum bought enslaved people, and those captives were sold for more sugar. The triangle trade, and Boston sat at its center. Today, Long Wharf still exists. You can walk its modern length and look out at the same harbor. This view shows Faneuil Hall, completed in 1742, rising 3 stories above the marketplace. Farmwives sell eggs. A crowd gathers beneath the arcade, voices rising in argument. Inside, by the 1760s, Samuel Adams and James Otis speak against British taxes. The room is hot, voices echo, and outside the crowd grows restless. Royal soldiers patrol nearby. One wrong word, and blood could be shed. Faneuil Hall gave Bostonians a place to organize. It was the engine room of rebellion. Today, you can still stand in that upstairs hall, the cradle of liberty. This view shows the old State House in 1713, its tower crowned with a gilded lion and unicorn, symbols of the British crown. Gentlemen in wigs discuss shipping news. Carts rattle over cobblestones. This is the seat of colonial government. On March 5, 1770, a crowd surrounds British soldiers outside. Snowballs, then rocks fly. Soldiers fire. 5 colonists die in the Boston Massacre. The old State House was where power collided daily. After the Revolution, the lion and unicorn came down, replaced with an American eagle. The building survives today, and if you stand on that cobblestone circle, you're standing where Crispus Attucks fell. This view shows the North End, where wooden houses lean over narrow alleys. A woman scrubs laundry. Children chase a dog. Background, the white steeple of Old North Church pierces the sky. The stench is brutal. Disease spreads fast. And in 1775, this is where Paul Revere waits for a signal. On April 18, 2 lanterns hang in that steeple, 2 if by sea, and Revere rides to warn that British troops are marching. Old North Church still stands, its steeple the same one that held those lanterns. This view shows Boston Common, 48 acres, established in 1634. Cattle graze. A whipping post stands stark against the grass. Beacon Hill rises in the background. Criminals are hanged here. British soldiers camp here in the 1770s. The Common is also where militia train and preachers draw crowds. It was public space in a city that had very little, a stage for both justice and injustice. Boston Common is still there, America's oldest public park. This view shows the Old South Meeting House, built in 1729. A crowd presses toward the door, hundreds of people flood in from side streets. Inside, December 16, 1773, over 5,000 people gather. They're debating 3 ships loaded with taxed British tea. Samuel Adams rises. The decision is made. The tea will not land. That night, men disguised as Mohawk Indians dump 342 chests of tea into the harbor. The British used the building as a stable during occupation. Today, you can stand inside and imagine that packed crowd on the edge of rebellion. This view shows a massive elm at Essex and Washington streets. A crowd gathers. Effigies hang from the branches, crude figures representing tax collectors. By August 14, 1765, the Sons of Liberty hang an effigy here. The crowd forces the stamp distributor to resign beneath its branches. Meetings are held here, protests organized. The Liberty Tree was a physical place where resistance could gather. In 1775, British soldiers cut it down for firewood. Today, a plaque marks the spot. What strikes me about Boston in the 1700s is how close it still feels. You can walk the same paths, stand in the same rooms, and sense the weight of what happened there. If there's another city or moment you'd like to see reconstructed, let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much.